Infinite Gateway, I'm Asia, and I want to go over really quickly truth, true, data, conclusions, judgment, whatever pops in my mind at that time. But it's important for us to be able to identify what the truth is, what is true, right? What is facts? That's another one, facts. Because everybody likes to throw these words around lately, and I don't think people really have an understanding of what these words mean and how they are used, okay? Because there's a lot of different belief systems and not knowing. People believe that they know. People think that they know. And I don't mean that to sound any type of way, but I just observe what I see every day, and it's hard not to get frustrated because people don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so we're going to go over truth. What is the truth? Okay? And we're going to use color. We're going to use the word color. So what is true about color? All right, color is a what? It's a spectrum. It's a word to describe different spectrums, right? For us to be identified, us to be able to identify. Color deals with the senses. It's us being able to perceive different spectrums, different individual things, to be able to separate one from another. Okay, it's a form of sense. That's what color actually really means, is original sense. An original sense in the dictionary. So it's one of our ways of sensing and perceiving. Now with the word color. So what is true about color? Is color really color? Color, let's just say this for example. This is yellow, okay? We're dealing with the color yellow. We'll say the color yellow. Now, is it true that that's yellow? Is it true that that's color? Okay, we see it here, but does that make it true? Is that the truth? Okay, the point here is that truth, we don't necessarily get to experience the absolute truth. We get to, you can experience, you can perceive it. Truth is like the present moment. It just is, it just exists, and it just continues on existing, the truth. It's not something you can grab a hold to. That's why it's a good representation of time. It's because the present moment is always the next present moment. Okay, that's not something you can give to somebody. You can only give somebody a story of that moment that turns into past tense. If that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? So you are only to perceive the present moment because I'm here. There's people in New York. I'm not able to perceive their present moment that is happening all at the same time. So we only have our perceptions, our perspective on what's happening. And so it's the same thing with the truth, because it's not something that we can totally give to someone, right? We can only give our perspective, and there's many different perspectives of the truth, right? Because we all have our individual truth from our own individual perspective. That's why it is up to us to know what is true or not for ourselves. It's for us. That is our job, our responsibility, for us to make the best judgments and conclusions. So I just wrote down, okay, it's not about being able to really read, but I defined color, okay, color in 10 different languages, the word color. So just by me showing color, this is Albanian, Basque, what the hell? I don't know what I wrote. But there's Bosnian, Bulgarian, Belarusian, I don't know what that is. Anyways, that's just an example. Can't read my own writing. But color, that is just an example of how color is not color. Because if you speak a different tongue, okay, if you speak a different language, then your perception is totally different than someone who is identifying color with English. So color, COLOR, is not the truth. It is true that that's color, but it's also not true, duality, because there's many different perceptions of color. There's many different perceptions of yellow, so much so that there is a spectrum of these things, just like there is a spectrum of the truth. So there are many truths. Truths are how we are able to identify facts, because there's facts are synonymous with truths. Okay, facts, because it's not the fact. Okay, it's facts. It's not the truth. It's truths or true. So data is used when compiling truths or facts to be able to come to a conclusion, a judgment about a particular thing, situation, experience. So when someone is saying that they have the fact or the truth, we should automatically know the duality of that is that's their perspective, and there's many different perspectives, so it could be possible that it's also not true, just by the basis of the light and the dark, the seen and the unseen, because we know someone may have saw something and brought something to the light, but there's also things that he may have missed which happened in the dark in that situation. So the truth is up to each individual to decide for themselves. And the closer we are to observing the same thing is our connecting force. Because we all are able to come to an agreement about what something is, what something existence is. Because this could be purple to somebody else. Who's wrong? It's just more people agreed that this is yellow, that speak English. Someone who doesn't speak English is not going to say this is yellow. They're going to say it's something totally different, and they may not even pertain it to a color. That's why truth just, it's up to perception, individual perception. Nobody's supposed to provide you with the truth. That is your responsibility. And if you don't know better, then you're subject to getting used, manipulated, especially by words. Don't do it.